All right, so today's video is I stumbled upon this post. Can't remember if it was Twitter or Facebook, but it's about the who got the best story, best fights, world building, villains, animation, as well as best power system. And to be honest, I'm just for the story and best fights. When it says Attack on Titan for best story, I understand because the Attack on Titan story is written so beautifully. Even from like the first chapter, is it From You, from the future? You get the whole gist. If you seen Attack on Titan, if you didn't, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in a while because even like reading the manga and like learning about it, which is amazing by the way. Um, early and then finally watching the last season. What it was probably 2 years ago, I think 3 years, I think maybe. Attack on Titan finished. The story is just beautiful. Cause the way fall in love with these characters and then they end up getting and it just shows you how no matter what the circumstances are, humans are just bound to war. That if you kill one side, if you eradicate a big portion of one side, they're always just gonna come back, and it's just a never endless war. And Attack on Titan does that story beautifully. Even with Aaron telling his dad to commit the murder and shit. Oh my. Mm. Ah, 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 ah. And that Attack on Titan is definitely up there, but I wouldn't put Attack on Titan as my best story. I'll put it in probably like it's definitely top three. I'd have to say Attack on Titan is definitely top three with especially the way it started and then it ended when Aaron met Ymir and he asked her for power and it just tied back all the way to the first literally the first episode, and it showed how all that was seen through a vision that Aaron had. I was like, yo, this is peak, but I had to give best story to One Piece. I'm sorry, One Piece got it right because it literally just started off as just this young man, my dog Luffy, wanted to sell out on a boat and have a crewmates and become a pirate king. And that's not even his like goal. Like a pirate king, he just says that he's just gonna become that. It's not even his goal because he already knows that it's gonna happen. So you don't even know what his goal is. That's the thing, and the story just keeps getting good. It's like a lot of animes. I'd be like when it says to be continued or you gotta wait for next episode. I do be hot, but not like how I'd be with One Piece because the story is so vast. It can literally go anywhere, but you can see how it has like a main, like it has an ending. Like you can see what these characters, what the Straw Hats have to do at the end to fully be at rest and then the story to end. But it's just with all the things that's coming down, it's like with the world government, and it's like back then with the whole time, and it's like I like how they throw in like a whole bunch of like mythical shit. Like you're dealing with like devils now. One Piece is that's why it's so hard not to put. It's so hard to put anything over One Piece because all the things that just ties into one thing. And One Piece did get on this list as a world building, and yes, I do agree with. I'm gonna say that for later, but it's just One Piece, and then all the people you meet, and you really see how is this young man just started off trying to build his crew is literally liberating like a whole bunch of different countries and stuff, and it's like a big threat to the government that's said to protect the world. So One Piece, gotta get best story. Best fights, DBZ, ooh. Alright, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho are the first animes that I started in. Dragon Ball Z, man, the fights take me back. Even I always go back and watch the I actually might have to put Dragon Ball Z as the best fights because I literally will go back and watch Piccolo versus Android 17. Oh my god, them boys was boxing, and that's a fight. Them boys, it was a fight where two men, they're like both really fighting hard, and they were talking shit. they were talking a whole lot of smack, and that's what I want to see in a fight. And you can actually see it. Right? Piccolo was just flexing and shit, or farming, and 17 had, he was fitted. They both was fitted, but they were boxing, and it goes back to I watched so many Dragon Ball Z movies. I love the Cooler, freaking versus Goku, freaking Piccolo versus Cooler's Squadron, freaking Ginyu for Dragon Ball Z is just filled with so many fights. That's why I don't put Dragon Ball Z like it does have a story, but I don't put it as very high up. But oh my god, yeah, Dragon Ball Z has just always been literally the godfather of anime, especially how I hold it very up high because it's literally my starter. I watched that shit when I was like what 5, 4. And, I was watching Goku and Vegeta go against Majin. No, not Majin Buu, Kid Buu, and that was literally the first episode I seen. And I was like, yo, I'm hooked. And then you got Goku. It's just so many fights in there. Even with Broly movie, the first Broly movie I loved when he was fighting everybody. That's why I gotta say I always gotta say JJK is up there because JJK's fighting is pretty dope. Even like with Chozo and Ichidora with Judge Nigga Haku. I cannot say his name. I just cannot. I don't know what to tell you. But that is just a lot of great fights in JJK, and I was, but before I was fighting, Naruto has a lot of good fights, especially with for the first Hokage and Madara. But it's just so many different good fights in animes. But Dragon Ball Z is just I never looked away. I never looked away for the other ones, but it's just too many. JoJo's I was thinking about it because one thing I like about JoJo's fights are they're every like most other animes are strategically, but JoJo's strategic. You have to be super strategic and like you can't make a mistake type shit to win the fight. And I like how it gets that tense. It's like freaking with Geronimo's part, bro. You had to calculate everything, bro. Bruno put up points. Everybody put up points. Oh, even my dog missed to put up points, but I still got to give it to Dragon Ball Z. Even Cell, bro. Cell stood in his tournament for over 10 days, bro, just waiting on niggas to have a fade. You can't get better than that. So yeah, Dragon Ball Z definitely got best fights. But I just wanted to do this video, and I'm gonna do the other ones for sure. But I just want to do these two. So I gotta give best story to One Piece, and I gotta give best fights does go to Dragon Ball Z because they snapped when I was there watching it as a kid. They snapped as when I was watching as a teenager, and they even snapped now. The Tournament of Power, bro. When Goku turned Ultra Instinct, bro. There was a whole bunch of niggas in the room as I was watching it when I was in college. And niggas didn't want to leave, but niggas' eyes were glued to the TV when Goku died and came back. I said, yeah, niggas know, man. Dragon Ball Z got that. But that's just been a video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and yeah.